Akira Kurosawa, born on 23rd March 1910 in Shinagawa City, Tokyo, died on 6th September 1998 in Seijo, Tokyo, Japan. To be an artist means never to avert one's eyes, said Akira Kurosawa. People today have forgotten they are really just a part of nature. Akira Kurosawa was a Japanese film director and screenwriter who directed 30 films in a career spanning 57 years. He is regarded as one of the most important influential filmmakers in the history of cinema. Kurosawa entered the Japanese film industry in 1936, following a brief stint as a painter. After years of working on numerous films as an assistant director and scriptwriter, he made his debut as a director during the World War II with the popular action film Sanshiro Sugata Aka Judo Saga. After the war, the critically acclaimed Drunken Angel 1948, in which Kurosawa cast then unknown actor Toshiro Mifune in a starring role, cemented the director's reputation one of the most important young filmmakers in Japan. The two men would go on to collaborate on another 15 films. Rashomon, which premiered in Tokyo, became the surprise winner of the Golden Lion at the 1951 Venice Film Festival. The commercial and critical success of that film opened up Western film markets for the first time to the products of the Japanese film industry, which in turn led to international recognition for other Japanese filmmakers. Kurosawa directed approximately one film per year throughout the 1950s and early 1960s, including a number of highly regarded and often adapted films such as Ikuru 1952, Seven Samurai 1954, and Yojimbo 1961. After the 1960s, he became much less prolific. Even so, his later work, including his final two epics, Kagemusha 1980 and Ran 1985, continued to win awards, though more often abroad than in Japan. In 1990, he accepted the Academy Award for the Lifetime Achievement posthumously. He was named Asian of the Century in the Arts, Literature and Culture category by the Asian Week magazine and CNN, cited there being among the 5 people who most prominently contributed to the improvement of Asia in the 20th century. His career has been honored by many retrospectives, critical studies, and biographies in both print and video, and by releases in many consumer media formats. Akira Kurosawa said to be an artist means never to avert one's eyes, never to move even for a second. You can't even blink. In that blink, you're lost most of the moments, most of the magic, most of the beauty. In that blink, you might even miss God also. Such is the eye of an artist, to melt and be one with the nature, melt and be one with that subject. The past, present, future stops. That is practical meditation. It's not even karma yoga. Deep down from the powerful karma yoga, from the powerful heart labor, comes this concentration, comes this never to avert one's eyes. Akira Kurosawa made 30 movies, and all movies are cinematic and surprising. Cinematic and surprising. It is wow. It is cocky. It shocks. It stops you. Gets you glued into it. That is the beauty. Whatever you do, helping people to concentrate, helping people to glue to the textbook is the power of a teacher, power of a master, power of a guru, power of a political leader, to make sure that the group does the work, gives a finishing touch. In all his movies, he has got the movement and motion combined to movement and movement. Flowing water is fresh water, stagnant water stinks. Everything is movement. Yes, that is the strength of a teacher. Stagnant and sitting non-stop in a classroom stings. the reversal of the heart disease, the cardiologist, Dean Ornish said, what's the cause of heart attack? And he said, sitting in one place for more than 1 hour. Stagnant water, not only Dean Ornish said, it is there for centuries. Sitting in one place. That's why in my Devanahalli village, I met the oldest people and they tell, from sunrise to sunset, they never enter the house. They are outside in the nature movement, moving, and sunlight is medicine, wind is medicine, the feet touching on the earth, Mother Earth is medicine. They move and talk with the plants, they keep growing the plants, and they have not visited a single hospital in this 100 or 110 years. Not even a single medicine. Their medicine is the plants. Movement and motion, movement of nature. And in all his movies, Akira Kurosawa has made sure movement of nature is very, very important. Movement. You can see always in the background the movement of nature. Some kind of weather, wind, nature, fire, smoke and snow. All these are very, very important in his movies. That is very important in his movies. That is very, very important in our real life. That has been stagnated with the city life to drag the people like a farmhouse, chicken farmhouse, and make them a nobody. And from there springs out all the diseases, and hospitals opens, and they make money, and then they call the people criminal, they call them sick, tired, lazy, only for the 2% who reach to make the money. People are still, but there are rains in the background. In his movies you can see people are still. If the people are still, you can see the rain. There are rains in the background. Rain is very, very important, yes, for people's life. Hence I was insisting that the people have to go back to collect the rainwater. Rains. In his movies he made sure the rains. Why the rain is in the background? Rain is the real emotional trigger that works in any film. Rain is the real emotional trigger that works in any film. And that relates to it sensually. And that can relate to it sensually. Rain, can you believe the rain? And that's what I've been talking, rainwater harvesting. When rain comes, people in the city rushes inside the house, but in the village people rush to the rain to jump, and children jump and dance and jump into the pond. Can you believe? My emu bird, she runs in the rain and she makes a beautiful dance. My geese jumps and dances when they see the rain. Can you believe? But in the city, when people walk in the rain, they fall sick, and next day they are all in front of the in front of the hospital to take in again poison. But here the poison is not the poison, it's amrit. The rain comes, it is exposing the body. Filmmaking, Akira Kurosawa's fluid camera moves. Fluid. He knew the camera should be also fluid, not only the people. He knew even taking the film, if it is stagnant, static, even the film will not have the success. Same is the life of the people also. It's fluid camera moves, close up to a foreshot, over the shoulder, in a single unbroken take. Clear beginning, a middle, and an end. That is how the life is. Clear beginning, a middle, and the end. The beginning and the end is always there. The middle is the action. Yes. Akira Kurosawa. People today have forgotten they are really just a part of nature. As Jiddu Krishnamurti said, when you lose the deep intimate relationship with the nature, then temples and churches and masjid, then all other dirty things, static, non-movement becomes very important. And Akira Kurosawa, people today have forgotten they are really just part of nature. He himself mentioned that they have forgotten about nature. The moment they forget, diseases, problems, they must be in nature, be with the nature, move with the nature. And in that moment you can see, yes, When you are emotionally in touch, all these emotional pictures, you can see a huge amount of people at the background. Yes, your joint family at the background. The joint family, yes, when you're emotionally down, it is not the hospital background, it is joint family background. It comes to look at you, and then it melts and it emotional. Your diseases, psychological problems are sorted out. They are your doctors. And then the family tree. That is why the joint family tree comes. Akira Kurosawa said, to be an artist means never to avert one's eyes. Not even for a second. People today have forgotten they're really just a part of nature. This is my 171 short discourse.